Programang ito ay rated SPG. Striktong patnubay at gabay ng magulang ang kailangan. Maaaring may masiselang tema, lengguwahe, karahasan, sexual, horror o droga na hindi angkop sa mga bata.
Hi everyone, thank you for turning in to my channel this evening. Love Thy Woman. Today was a good episode. First we start off, Dana's walking in the office, Gia and Adam are sitting down talking, and he looks at Gia and says, you know, it's time to come clean of your past, you know. So she looks at Gia gets up and looks at Dana and tells her, you know, Ate, I fell in love and I slept with David, your husband. First thing Dana says is, what? Come again? I fell in love and I slept with him. She gets up, can't believe it, calls her a whore 2 different times, grabs her by the hair, or first she slaps her, then she starts pulling on her hair. Woo-wee! The hairs are flying. And she calls her a whore and how she, you know, you're gonna die, I wanna kill you. Adam's getting in between, and Lucy hears it, so she's starting to come into the office, and Dana looks at him and says, you know, you knew? And you knew? And nobody told me? You're all a bunch of liars. I don't like any of you. I can't stand any of you. You lied to me. And that's when they're trying to calm her down. She tries to grab her one more time and she faints, passes out. They put her in a chair. The next thing you know, they tell the secretary to call the ambulance. So she gets picked up at the ambulance. A couple of the co-workers see the ambulance going off. And then David gets a phone call telling that, you know, that Dana's in the hospital. And at the same time, so he gets off the phone, he's going to start heading down there, but he runs into his lawyer that wants to give the annulment papers, you know, to Dana. So he tells, oh, you know, just hold off on the papers for right now. We'll worry about this at a different time. So they go down, they pick up, you know, he goes down to the hospital. She's not saying a word now or walking. The doctor looks her over and said there's nothing wrong with her. She just doesn't want to speak. So they're saying, no, maybe it's this shock from, you know, what she just heard. Now Adam's starting to get, you know, why did he want this Gia to tell him? Is it because he has his own guilt problems from what he did years ago? And that's what they're coming to the conclusion is you wanted her to tell Dana, you know, so it'll clear your guilt. So the next episode, they're taking her home, and Dana's in a wheelchair, and they stop at the door, pretend like she's gonna get up, and she falls forward, you know, like she's paralyzed. So David runs over there, he picks her up and sticks her in the wheelchair. Michael sees this at, you know, when she first got in, so he's crying, mommy, mommy, and they take her upstairs. David follows, you know, he goes upstairs and he's all, you know, I'm sorry about the, you know, the affair, you know, and we'll work through this. We'll get you fixed up and healthy. So after that, he leaves, and you can read Dana's mind. She's like, oh yeah, you're sorry, huh? You'll see what sorry is. So she's gonna get him back. She's definitely gonna get him back. And Gia, she doesn't want to have nothing to do with him. She's out for revenge. Then Lucy comes in, and, you know, Lucy's like, you know, please forgive me. You were in a coma. You woke up. We didn't want to, you know, rock the boat. We wanted you, you know, to heal. get well and start to walk when you first got, when you were first in the coma. So don't ever think, I held this from you for any other reason. I'm your mother. I always got your back. I'm in your corner for you always. And then Lucy and Adam start talking. They're about the Dragon Enterprises 25th anniversary party. So they're starting to get that going. Adam calls Gia, and Gia's like, well, I don't really, I'm heading back to Cebu, or I'm heading back to Singapore. So Adam's like, no, please stay for, you were part of the company at this time, so I want you to show up, you and your mother. So she agrees, and the next episode you'll see that they'll come in, or they go into the company banquet dinner, and Gia sees Michael for the first time, so she's happy. He's smiling up at her, feeling all good, and that's where it's gonna end today. Now tomorrow, I've seen the previews. The previews are looking good. Dana was saying that she wasn't gonna be going to the banquet, but she's gonna show up in a wheelchair. And when Gia's in the bathroom, that's when she's gonna come behind and she's gonna attack her, start beating her up. She's got her down on the ground. She's strangling her. They're like tossing and rolling, which you can't blame her. If you're, your brother, your sister was there and you were in a coma and they slept with your spouse, I think all of us would kind of agree with Dana that ding ding, put up and fight. So after they're fighting on the ground, tossing, Gia's gonna get loose. She's gonna run out the door. Her shirt or gown's kind of like all torn up, and she bumps into David. David's like, Gia, and then she runs off. Dana is looking out the door from the bathrooms and see it, so she don't come out. She just watches it. Since David's out there, she doesn't want anybody to know yet that she can walk. So please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I thank you all opposed for, I couldn't do it without all of these, so I hope to see you on the next episode. Have a great day, and we'll see you later on. Mabuhay, everyone.